everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. Now, anybody that follows me over at Truth Frequency Radio knows that I've talked about this along with my good friend Kev Baker of the Kev Baker Show about the ability to print synthetic life forms. And a lot of people are like, come on, man, no way. You know, there is the technology out there today. This is not woo. This is not something that's off and down the road. This isn't something that DARPA's developing. This is here now. And I'm talking about the work of Dr. Craig Venter. And if you don't know who Dr. Craig Venter is, you can go on YouTube and watch many of his lectures on the ability to print synthetic life forms by synthesizing DNA. Now, how do they do that? Well, they take your analog DNA, that's basically your DNA in its natural form, and they digitize it because now they know through mapping the human genome what all of the letters mean, what the language is, all that stuff. So they take it, they digitize it, and then they take it back to analog using the 4 base chemicals, and they start printing. Now, this Science Alert article says this machine could print synthetic life forms on demand, and our minds are reeling. They should be. They should be reeling. Let me explain to you why. With the creation of AI and our ability to create new ways to store information on a much smaller scale, we now have the capability of being able to, say, implant a storage device within the brain of a human being. We've seen Facebook and Google working diligently on the brain-computer interface. This stuff has been researched and out there now, for the past 20 years, but it's never been this available, let's just say. Now, what they say they're focusing right now is bacteria, species of bacteria from scratch in a lab. But it doesn't stop there, because all you need are the 4 base chemicals: guanine, thymine, cytosine, and adenine. That's your G, T, C, and A. That's your 4 letters. And just like a printer, it needs cassettes, but instead of colors, it's bottles of chemicals. And according to Dr. Craig Venter, it's packaging complex biology that each of our tiny cells do remarkably well at a much smaller scale. And so what they feasibly have the capability of doing is designing new human beings. Perhaps, let's just say we want to travel to Mars. And we already know that the radiation risk and exposure of radiation to human beings is detrimental to their health. As a matter of fact, there's a fairly good chance you're going to die of cancer if you embark on a journey to Mars. Venter's solution to this would be, say, to splice human DNA with fly DNA. If you splice the two together, now human beings have a resistance to radiation, where you take a cockroach, something like that, right? I know a lot of people out there saw The Fly, the movie, and I'm there with you. I got you. But I'm going to take it a step farther than that. What if, as a weapon, because remember, the road to hell is paved by good intentions, you take this thing and you say, okay, there's a couple of things we can do. First thing, hey, David Rockefeller, you know how we freezed your melon before you died and it's cryogenically frozen? Well, we're going to take your brain and we're going to go and put it and transplant it into one of these new bodies. Now, this body can be built with any DNA that's been stored in the DNA database. They can print a exact copy of you and then replace you if need be. And no one except those who know you closest would have any idea that you've been replaced. They could start replacing human beings at random. Look they may not have the technology down to that point yet, but it's coming, and it's coming fast. The fact that they can do this now is extremely chilling. The other thing is this plays into immortality. Because if you can design a body that can withstand radiation, that can be cancer resistant, that can resist the effects of aging, then you could take a David Rockefeller or another individual that's had his head frozen, Ted Williams, the famous baseball guy, and take their brain out, put it in there, and now you've got a brand new body, a superhuman body. Eerily similar to like Khan from Star Trek. So, I mean, this is chilling stuff. And again, you can go on YouTube, look up Dr. Craig Mentner, and watch some of his lectures on this stuff, and it will blow you away. I mean, in a way that you have no concept. We are so much farther along in this regard than I even knew. And the effects can have a lot of benefit to humanity, but it can also be extremely detrimental to humanity. Just like everything else, it's a tool. It's all in how you use it. A hammer can be just as creative as it can be destructive. But it all depends on the person that's wielding it. And I got to tell you, I don't trust the people that are wielding it. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.